Allinea software make the complex task of developing software for HPC systems simple. We do that by offering development tools that bring a new era of fast, scalable, and easy to use tools for performance and for debugging. So you can optimize your codes using Allinea map, and you can make sure those codes are running correctly, getting the right results and not crashing by using Allinea DDT. Well, we see three challenges. And one of the first is, of course, the complexity of HPC systems today. So you see very large machines and very complex machines, very complex software. And that brings the first issue, which is, of course, scalability. Machines getting much larger. We have millions of cores now in some of the systems, such as the ones using Xeon Phi, also those using GPU cores. Very large scale, and people's applications need to be able to run and run fast on those machines, but they also need to run correctly, and that's where we fit in, because we've created scalable tools that are actually able to run on the largest machines in the world and give you the ability to use that machine and feel like you're working on a desktop, on a laptop. You don't realize the machine is so large, because what we've tried to do, and I think successfully achieved, is create scalable tools that really simplify the complexity of large machines. So that would be our first challenge. The first major challenge for tools is, how do you simplify scalability? The second is that the machines are internally getting more complex. As we've seen in the new generation of co-processors and accelerators, simple coding models that used to work, they're no longer going to be sufficient to get performance out of the machines today. So everybody has a challenge for how do we make that easy? How do we do that from programming perspective in terms of the compilers and languages, but how do we do that from tools perspectives? And I think it's great that the work going on in that area, some of the work we've been doing through clients with Bull, CEA, Météo France, all in how they will deal with their large machines. We've been working very closely on those, and there's great progress there. The third challenge is, of course, how do we spread the word, the message, to everybody who's picking up HPC, because HPC today is growing. We're seeing more people wanting to use HPC to achieve results, whether that's better engineering, faster engineering, or it's more science. There are more people using HPC. That means more software needs to start being parallel. People need to start using these machines well. And that is all about getting the message out and saying, you don't need to struggle with your performance problems. You don't need to struggle with applications that crash. Call in a tool, use a tool like Allinea Map or Allinea DDT, and you'll make life so much easier. So how can we spread that word? And I think that's a message for all of HPC, is help everybody to get at the tools and to make those tools available for all of our users.